Ahoy there, mateys, and welcome back to the Pirates vs. Werewolves podcast. Are you ready for another thrilling pirate raid?
I'm ready to set sail into the vast ocean of flash fiction and plunder some literary treasure.
This week, we're diving deep into not one, but two fantastic flash fiction stories, both centered around werewolves.
Two werewolf tales in one go. This is going to be exciting.
Absolutely. And you send us these tales, so big thanks to our amazing listeners. I think you'll really enjoy these. The first one is called Moonlit Plunder, and let me tell you, it's action-packed. We've got a crew of werewolf thieves. They're gearing up for what seems like an impossible heist.
A heist, you say? Sounds intriguing already. What are they after?
The target is a legendary wish-granting jewel, a shard of a fallen star locked away in a heavily guarded tower.
Ah, the classic wish-granting artifact. Always a recipe for adventure and maybe a little danger.
Oh, there's definitely danger involved. But before we get to that, let's meet our crew of daring werewolves.
All right, introduce us to these fascinating characters.
Well, first we have Jax, who you could call the brains of the operation, although his main talent seems to be knowing when to run.
Knowing when to make a strategic retreat is a valuable skill, especially in a heist.
Right. And then there's Maya. She's all about stealth and agility. But as you'll see, even the best laid plans can go awry.
I'm sensing some foreshadowing here.
You got it. And rounding out our crew is Theo. He's the muscle, strong and fiercely loyal. But what's surprising is that he's also incredibly good at picking locks.
Interesting combination of skills there. Brute strength and delicate dexterity.
So our werewolf crew has this high-stakes job. The client is shrouded in secrecy, offering a king's ransom as a down payment.
A king's ransom. That certainly raises the stakes. What's the catch?
Well, Jax has a gut feeling that something isn't quite right. Like it's all a bit too easy. Which, as we all know, usually means trouble is brewing.
Oh, I definitely agree. When things seem too good to be true, especially in a heist, there's bound to be a twist.
And boy, does this story deliver. Just when they think they have a handle on things, bam! A dragon enters the scene.
Whoa, hold on. A dragon? That escalates things quite a bit. How do werewolves even fight a dragon?
Right, it's an epic clash you don't see every day. And to make matters worse, Maya gets captured during the chaos.
Oh no. So now it becomes a rescue mission as well as a heist.
Exactly. The stakes just got a whole lot higher. But Jax and Theo are determined to save Maya, and they're not going to let a dragon or an enchanted tower full of traps stop them.
Speaking of the tower, what kind of defenses are we talking about here?
Oh, we've got all sorts of magical mayhem. Think enchanted flames that seem to have a mind of their own and moving walls designed to disorient.
Sounds like a nightmare to navigate. It's a good thing these werewolves are tough and resilient.
They really are. And their bond is something else. It's that loyalty that keeps them going, even when everything seems to be falling apart.
Loyalty is definitely a strong theme in this story.
They finally make it to the chamber where the shard is kept, and there she is. Magnificent sapphire dragon guarding this glowing shard of a star. And then they meet their client.
Okay, the mysterious client finally revealed. Who is it?
It's a frail woman dressed in black. But there's something about her that's both unnerving and powerful. And here's the twist. The entire heist, it was all a test.
I knew there had to be more to it than a simple heist. What was the purpose of the test?
It's not entirely clear, but she's definitely evaluating them, their skills, and their loyalty, especially their loyalty.
I'm sensing there's another twist coming, something to do with the shard, perhaps.
Oh, absolutely. Brace yourself, because this is a big one. The shard doesn't actually grant wishes, it feeds on them.
What? It feeds on wishes. That's a dark twist.
Right. And guess what? The dragon, she was once a thief, just like Jax and Maya, desperate enough to wish on the shard. And, well, now she's a dragon. Trapped.
Wow, that adds a whole new layer of tragedy to the story. A cautionary tale about the dangers of wishing for easy solutions.
And that's when Theo does something incredible. He doesn't lunge for the shard out of greed or for power. He lunges to protect Jax and Maya. And the shard's light flares, but there's no transformation, no magical power granted, just this deep, unwavering loyalty between them.
That's a powerful moment. It shows that their bond is more valuable than any wish, any magical power the shard could offer.
But the story doesn't end there. The shard starts pulsing, and this figure emerges like a girl made of starlight. She looks at the woman in black and calls her grandmother.
Wait, grandmother? What's going on here? Who is this star girl?
That's the big mystery, but she accuses the grandmother of a lack of loyalty. Which is interesting because loyalty has been such a central theme throughout the story, right?
Yes, the contrast is striking.
Yeah.
The werewolves are risking everything for each other, and this star girl is calling out the client for being disloyal. I wonder if they're somehow connected.
And this Stargirl, she's not just some ethereal being. She has power, real power. Energy ripples out from her, cracking the tower and confusing the dragon, giving Jax, Maya, and Theo a chance to escape.
So the Stargirl is their unexpected savior, and possibly a new ally.
As they flee the crumbling tower, the Stargirl makes them an offer. Not wishes, but the opportunity to bring down kingdoms.
To bring down kingdoms. That's quite a shift from stealing a single jewel.
It is. But remember, these are thieves who operate outside the rules. And Jax, without hesitation, agrees. We're good at making things disappear, he says. Even kingdoms.
Wow, what a powerful ending. It reinforces the idea that they find strength in their unity and their willingness to challenge power structures.
And that their bond, a bond of choice, not blood, is more potent than any magic.
It's a fantastic story, packed with action, twists, and a really thought-provoking message about loyalty and chosen family.
Okay, ready for something completely different?
Bring it on, I'm all ears.
Our second story, Blood Weavings, takes us to a whole other world within the werewolf mythos. We're immediately thrown into a dark, damp forest. It's night, and the Red Moon Pack is closing in on our protagonist.
Red Moon Pack. The name itself sounds ominous.
It definitely is. And our protagonist, Lena, is a young werewolf who possesses a unique and dangerous gift. She can weave moonlight and wolf hair into powerful objects.
Moonlight and wolf hair. That's a fascinating concept. What kind of objects can she create?
All sorts of things. A cloak that allows her to control her transformations. Threads that can bind strength.
That's a really unique magical ability. It opens up so many possibilities.
It does, but her talent makes her a target. The Red Moon Pack is hunting her, not for an alliance, but to take her claws and exploit her abilities for themselves.
So it's about power and control.
Hmm.
Elena's gift makes her valuable, but also vulnerable.
Elena made the mistake of trusting the Red Moon Pack, thinking they sought a partnership. She remembers old Grigor's warning, but it's too late now. She realizes that cleverness, her sharp mind, can't always overcome brute force.
That realization must be heartbreaking, to have your trust betrayed and to be hunted by your own kind.
The pack ambushes her, 4 large werewolves cutting off her escape. The Alpha, their leader, appears, taunting her about destiny.
Sounds like she's trapped, with no way out. What does she do?
She's desperate, but their desire to keep her alive, to use her abilities, that gives her a sliver of hope, a chance to outsmart them, because Elena has a secret weapon.
What is it? Some kind of powerful artifact she wove?
It's a single fragile thread imbued with a spark of pure destructive power. It's her last resort, a gamble against overwhelming odds.
A single thread against a whole pack. That's a David and Goliath situation right there.
And that's where the story ends. We see Elena, cornered but defiant, formulating a plan. It all hinges on this thread, a thread of hope and despair.
What a cliffhanger. It leaves you wondering, will she succeed? Will her ingenuity and the single thread be enough?
It's a testament to the power of flash fiction, how it can leave you wanting more, your imagination running wild with possibilities.
These two stories, Moonlit Plunder and Blood Weavings, they really highlight the different ways you can explore the werewolf mythos.
Right. From a heist with a dragon to a desperate fight for survival, using the power of moonlight and wolf hair. And the themes of loyalty, chosen family, and the dangers of unchecked power, they really resonate.
They certainly do.
So tell us, what kind of loyalty do you value most in your own life? What hidden strengths do you think you possess?
Those are great questions to ponder. It makes you think about your own values and your potential.
We hope these pirate raids inspire you to explore the world of flash fiction. You never know what amazing stories you might find.
And if you have any flash fiction tales you'd like us to plunder, send them our way. We're always on the lookout for new adventures.
Don't forget to rate and follow the Pirates vs. Werewolves podcast for more captivating stories. We'll be back next week with another thrilling pirate raid.
Until then, happy reading.
And may your imagination run wild.